This isn't a threat to the gender binary. We're just regular people just trying to live our lives and do what's right for our families, do what's right for ourselves, and exist in a world that's very complicated.
Dr. Marci Bowers is a world-renowned surgeon, well known for her gender-affirming care. But she started out her career in Seattle as an OBGYN delivering babies.
A couple years later, I faced a little bit of, I guess I would call it discrimination, and in that some of the most people were very supportive of me after my transition, but there were a few who were not.
In the years following her own transition, she met Dr. Stanley Biber, a surgeon in Trinidad, Colorado. He'd been blazing a trail forward with gender affirmation surgeries.
He was a general surgeon by training. He was self-trained in a way also. This is how it was back then. There wasn't a formal education or fellowship type of program. It was really a bit of apprenticeship and imagination.
Aaron Marcus with History Colorado says with few options available, for decades, transgender people around the country made their way to Dr. Biber for care.
Trinidad was known as, and I'm going back to an older terminology here, the sex change capital of the world. And there's actually a saying, going to Trinidad. And if you said you were going to Trinidad, that meant you were going there for a gender affirmation surgery.
After making the trip to Trinidad herself to meet with Dr. Biber, Bowers realized a younger surgeon was needed here in Colorado. Someone who could study the procedures and learn the surgeries and techniques to help care for trans and gender diverse patients into the new millennium.
I thought, well, if there's going to be a next generation, somebody had better step up. So in a way, I actually became the link from the past generation to the new generation of surgeons, and I've tried to be true to that by starting educational programs.
For years, Dr. Bowers made Trinidad her home. She and Dr. Biber offering this care to thousands. After his passing in 2006, in the years that followed, Bowers decided to make the move to San Francisco. Not an easy decision to leave Colorado, but she says it's made it easier for her patients to reach her and for her to travel to train surgeons around the world.
She is now that person going out and training everyone, having Dr. Biber train her, and now she is training the world, honestly. It's amazing.
Very proud of that. Very proud of the program I started at Denver Health. The first program I started was in Israel, actually, and that's still going. University of Toronto, USC, Los Angeles Children's Hospital.
Bowers says she never imagined gender affirmation surgeries would become her life's work. But she says she's glad she can provide this skilled care. Work, she says, that's so fulfilling.
Aligning one's body with what one feels is their soul is very, very important.
Rachel Krause, 9 News.